Welcome back to my sewing room. I'm Kelly and you found me here on Pick and Stitches, and today we're going to be working on block number 2 from our support group quilt. This is a quilt that Lori Holt wrote the pattern for. It's an Etso Emma pattern, and I will put a link in the description for you guys just in case you missed the first one. And this is row 2. So we've got 4 different blocks that we're going to make. We've made the first one. This is our second, and we're just going to keep right on plowing. So I hope you'll sew this one out with me. It was really a great project to get started on. So we've got all of our pieces cut out again, and first thing I'm going to do is take 2 pieces of H, and I'm going to take the 2 pieces of J. This isn't quite the way the instructions are laying it out, but this is how I'm going to do them, kind of 2 at a time, but carefully so I don't make any mistakes. So I'm going to lay the big piece of fabric with the length from right to left. So this length is a little bit longer than it is tall. So that's the one you want going right to left. And then the first thing we're going to do is do this cutout on both of them. So we're just going to place J on, and that way we know we're going to be in the right area. And then I'm going to go ahead and sew this one on first. And then I'm going to press it open, and then we'll do all 3 of the other corners at the same time. So we'll use this same ruler again. And again, if you don't want to keep up with these triangles, you certainly don't have to. Do the second line. That's just if you want to make those half square triangles to use on a different project. So we'll go ahead and do both. And again, I've just got my stitch length set to about a 2 and my 1/4 inch foot. And I'm going to line this point up with this bottom line. So both. Okay, so now we'll take these and go cut those triangles off and press them. Okay, so I like to set my seams before I cut them. And then I'm going to cut down between those 2 lines. And I'm going to save those half square triangles for another project. All right, now we're just going to press towards the outside. Okay, let's head back over to the sewing machine. Actually, let's go ahead and pin them all over here. How about that? Okay, so just to make sure I've got everything aligned the correct way, I'm going to go with the wide right to left and shorter top to bottom. And then we're going to get our other 3 pieces. We made J here. Now we're going to do M, and M is going to be the same as our highlight color. We're going to do that. And I'm not going to save these M corners because they're just a little bit too small. So we'll put those on opposite corners. And then we're going to need 2 of C. C is going to go on the same corner, or the same side as our biggest corner. So we just want to put those in. We'll draw our 2 lines. If you want to do 1 line, do 1 line. And I'm just lining this up corner to corner to use this ruler. And then I'm going to go 1 over here because that gives me that 1/2 inch gap. And I still use the lines on my seam guide on my machine. These are just kind of get me in the right ballpark, make sure I don't cut it the wrong way, you know, all the fun things. Okay, and then in this last corner, we're going to do G, which are our tiny white ones. And I'm not going to worry about saving those. I'll just use my seam lines. Okay, so we'll head over to the machine and sew these 3 corners on each one. Okay, and I don't usually like to pin this much, but when I feel like I'm going to get turned around, it just is nice to kind of hold your pieces in place. So we're just going to sew all 3 of those blocks on while we're over here. Okay, it's one side. Now we'll do our other side. So now we'll head over to the pressing station. We're going to press all of those and cut off our corners. Okay, so we'll do a quick set our seams. And then we'll trim up our block. the next thing we're going to do is take our 2 cups and place them back on our design board. And now we're going to place piece K. And piece K is basically going to connect our corners that are the same color as K. So we're going to put it across on each one just like that. So let's head over to the machine and we'll stitch that on. Okay, now both of those are stitched on. We're just going to press it and it's going to get pressed towards piece K. And I'll let that sit under a clapper for just a minute and we'll grab our other pieces. Why I put those so far apart. There we go. Okay, so the next pieces that we're going to need 2-piece Bs. 1, 2. And we're going to need 2-piece Gs. So now I'm going to set my block back together just for sanity's sake. All right, so we're going to place these over this biggest area. And we'll draw on our lines again. And then I'll pin these guys into place. And do keep in mind, this is different than when we make our regular half square triangles because Lori's pattern is including this entire area. So you don't want to split that corner or your sizing won't quite be right. So then G is going to go on this other upper corner. I think this fabric is really pretty on this white on white, but it is killing me to try and figure out what's the top. And I thought I had gone through and lined them all up, but I just keep second guessing myself. Okay, so now we'll head back over to the machine and we'll sew these 4 pieces on. And while we're there, I'm going to go ahead and sew this middle together. So we're going to need EN, which is one of our little squares that matches our trim pieces, and one of our F pieces. So I'm going to just go ahead and sew those 3 together and then do these last 2 sections on the top. We'll hit our last 2 corners on this little block. And then down our 2 lines. Okay. And then we'll sew our center section here with our 2 whites. Telling you guys, these white on white, I don't know if it's just too bright in here or what. And then this is going to get pressed towards our center color. So I'm just going to kind of bend it back out of the way. And then while we're over here, I'm going to go ahead and do our center top as well. So for our center top, we're going to have this big piece of white, our big bra straps, which are going to be piece L. And then we're going to have 2 of piece D as well. Okay, so we're just going to go sew the pink, 1 on each corner or 1 on each side. I'm going to second guess myself on my white on white again because that's what I do. Okay, and again, we're going to have this pressed towards the middle. So we'll use that little roller and we'll do our last 2 pieces. And then we can go iron everything all at once. Okay, so let's go press these all together. Okay, so now we'll take this over and we'll just set our seams. And then we're going to press it towards the center of that strap. So put the white side down so that it'll press that seam the correct direction. Then we'll do this other side. Get that under a clapper. All right, and we'll press our other centerpiece. And I'll set this with my other clapper. Okay. So now we have our 2 remaining blocks. We just need to trim those 2 corners on each side. So I'll set the seams. And we'll trim off those last 2 corners. Oops, not that one. That would have been exciting, wouldn't it? I've certainly made mistakes like that before. That's not fun when you're almost done with the block and you get to go back to cutting again. Okay, so we will press this open. And I'll set that under a clapper for just a minute. Okay, so now we'll do our final construction. That's going to be the way our setup is going to look. We're going to put our center panel in with the tallest part towards the top. And then after we get those 3 pieces assembled and pressed, we're going to add the straps onto the top. So I'll meet you over at the sewing machine. So we'll attach the center part of our bra together first. And then these are also going to press towards the middle. So I'm just going to fold that back, roll my little seamer over it, and then get the rest of mine. So, and we'll put that together. And then I will go run and press this and be right back. Okay, so now we've got the bottom part finished and we're just going to attach the top part to it. And then we'll go press it and have our final block. Okay, so now we have our second row. This one is finished. We're going to need 3 of these total to make out this entire row. So let's go ahead and sew out the last one. Okay, guys, I will go press it and we will get it up on the design wall so you can take a look. Okay, guys, that's a wrap on block number 2. This really came together pretty fast. Once we got past all the cutting instructions, that's pretty typical of some of these patterns, but it's fun to do something that's a little bit different. So if you enjoy any of these tutorials or some of my unboxing videos, definitely hit the like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And until then, I will see you guys next time.